go.
Is that your backyard? Is that where you live?
Oh, sure, right. Yeah, yeah. I'm really in that income level. Yeah.
I always thought you were a Kardashian, so I don't know. Second, let me get it
Oh,
together.
yes,
A
yes, yes.
lot of running. I woke up really late. You know that. I think. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Hello?
I'm here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Are you wearing a headset?
I am not.
Oh, and you can hear me. Good, good. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Oh, messages are visible. No. Oh, hi. Hi, Linda. How's it going?
Wait,
Good to see you.
who's that? Who's that? Somebody Dolly
Your
Parton?
your
What?
other fab fit gal. Yes.
Oh wow, that's beautiful, Margie. That background. Oh my God. How far are you from your house?
I am about 10 minutes from my house. Maybe
Eh,
8, something like that.
That's great. Look at Lindo. She goes, Margie, I love your location. How about my location?
This is the one that I take that's the 9.5 miles around the lake. Yeah. Um,
Seriously. Seriously.
mhm. Yeah, and this if
Wow.
I turn it around, let me turn it around real quickly. You can see that there's the
Whoa.
trail, and the trail goes off that way, and there's the kiosk right for the kayaks.
Does it ever get busy?
Oh yeah. The only reason why it isn't if it's hard to see. I know I sent you pictures, but there's beach where it's usually water. Like this isn't a beach kind of a lake. Um, but it's meant for it's here so that there are irrigation ditches and it feeds it helps the farmers have enough water, and in drought years it can get all the way dry, and it might get all
Wow.
the way dry this year.
That's why it looks like the beach, right? Right.
Yeah, it's like the beach, but it's really not. It's just, yeah, it just means it's emptying, and it's of course sandy soil.
You Linda goes, awesome weather. Is it really nice today?
Oh yeah, I think it was 72 when I left the car. It's probably more like 73, 74. But yeah, I'm in the shade, obviously. I found a
70. Come on, that's freezing. That's freezing.
get to like 91, 92,
Uh,
something like that today. It'll get up there.
yeah, you look great. Okay, you start
Thanks.
the live. You can start however you want. We're celebrating Margie's 160 plus pound weight loss. So I said to Margie, well, she said to me, let's do a live. What's the matter with you, Chris? And I'm like, okay, let's go.
Hey DG, how's it going? It's good to see you. Oh, thank you, Linda. You always look fantastic. But thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, here. Okay, okay, okay. I'll do a little modeling. This is my new workout pants.
Whoa. Everybody, check this out.
There we go.
Wow.
For me, that's pretty good. I don't have the best legs in the world. That's kind of my figure flaw, but
Wow. Are those pants already baggy because every day you lose weight?
you know I didn't lose weight today. I ate more yesterday, but I'm not up very much. Yeah, it's a good color. Thanks, DG. Oh yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I know I'm kind of. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, the shirt's kind of loose on me now. I mean, it's
I
not too
like
loose, but
it. I like that color. Having met Margie in person is the best I've ever seen her look. Period.
even though my hair is a little whatever today, but
Are you going to grow it or keep it short?
um, I kind of like it short, but I don't like it too short. I think I'm gonna see what it looks like when I grow it out a little bit more. Um,
I
I
like
kind of
it.
like the blunt cut though, but if I get it too long and it'll get this triangle thing and it won't look right. So I don't know. I'm just kind of making up as I go along.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
hey, so for anybody who is new that might be rewatching this, or I don't know that you're on here. Oh, looks like there are 10 people. Hey, cool. Thank you for the likes, by the way. Oh, hey, Sean John, it's really good to see you.
Sean
How's it
John, my man
going?
from Florida, the legend. Isaiah, somebody named Isaiah Elpani. I don't know who that is, but hi. Hello. All right.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm glad you're doing well, Sean John. It's so good to see you. So anybody who doesn't know me, rewatches this or is here, let me just let you know that I went from on December 26th, 2024 from 318 pounds to today I'm 157. I was 156.9 a couple days ago. But anyway, that's my weekly low right now. But and then Chris is Chris Fabulous at Chris Fabuloso, a great YouTuber, personal trainer, a health coach, the best health coach, and a very, very good deal. He puts in 1,000%. Um, I would never have gotten to where I am without him. He's that second pair of eyes that let me give you the perspective. Let me make sure you're not making really unwise decisions like going on a fast for a week or something like that because you're mad and then the scale won't change. It's like maybe there's something else we could do that's better for your metabolism. He does very much, he's very concerned about metabolism and having a better metabolism, making sure the sleep is good, making sure you're doing well, you're feeling well. Um, he's very good at giving you information on how to work out, cardio wise, as well as resistance training wise. He is also a friend of mine. And what else would you like to say about yourself?
No. Well, thank you for that nice introduction. A lot of people here know us well. But yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I don't take on a million people. I wouldn't have the time because it's not a quick phone call once a week. I'm texting people daily, sending inspirational videos, talking with them, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we're having a nice summer in New York, as Margie and I joke around about a lot. Getting some color. I'm finally getting a little bit of color. I like to have a tan. The sun is so valuable, not only for fat loss, but for mental health, spiritual health. And that's all, Margie. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Margie.
Okay, okay, great. Um, let's get into if we could start off with the planning. You want to start off with that?
Whatever
Um,
you like.
that's the one that you were talking about that I was really, really excited about. So yeah, when it comes to planning, that's something that Chris has really given me a lot of um, food for thought, a lot of a tool in my toolbox of how to deal with things and continue to deal with them because obviously now I'm very concerned about maintenance, but I've learned to maintain along the way. That's what some people don't know. I and that has been invaluable to learn. Yeah, you don't just shoot up to whatever the calorie calculator says you're supposed to eat. That's not exactly how it
Oh.
goes. That will be a problem. But and you don't just go, oh woo, I get to eat whatever I want. And you learn about what it means. Some days are not well high calorie, but they're not low calorie or anything like that. But you learn how to deal with. You learn how to get a little more exercise, different things like that. But I learned how to deal with a lot of social situations I'm not used to trying to figure out what do I, oh, well, I guess I just do this. And that made it really good because a couple of weeks ago, I had this like, I have like 5 different social events in 8 days, and that's not what I normally deal with. I'm not a total social butterfly or anything like that. But I was telling him, okay, on Sunday, I'm going to do this and that's going to work. And then on Tuesday, when I go for my brunch, we're going to go here and I can order the a la carte and it'll be real close to what I eat before. And then on Thursday, well, I can just eat, I can just pick really good choices and I'll be fine. And then on Saturday, I'm just going to enjoy myself. And on Sunday, I'm going to be more careful and things like that. And that's how you deal with social situations is you figure them out ahead of time. Enjoy some, enjoy all of them, but some you can make good choices while you're there. I mean, some places there aren't going to be the best choices, so you maybe that's your woohoo great day, or great um, meal, so to speak. Even if it's like ice cream social, that was my meal, but yeah, but it was delicious and I enjoyed every bite of it. But I've learned also over the time, if I can just say this, that, I don't have to make every single time I go out, or go to a social event or whatever, I don't have to pick the worst stuff. Sometimes it's worth it. And lots of times as my taste buds have changed, um, it's not as worth it. And I'm like, I can pick better things that I actually prefer most of the time. But sometimes, like I said, the ice cream, the homemade ice cream with the different things, totally worth it. The creamy noodly thing at the potlucks at church, you know, I can do without it. I always gain weight every time I
Oh,
eat them,
of
and it's like
course.
it's not quite so worth it. And so you pick, okay, this is worth it. This I can do better. I can eat the fruits. I can eat the vegetables. I can find some shrimp. I can find some cheese. I can find some, whatever it is. And so I've learned that tool of not every time has to be a culinary delight. I can find at a lot of places. I can find some some more whole food type ish Friday. Nothing will be perfect. It's not about perfection, it's about making the best choice you can. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was listening. That's great. Like the whole planning aspect. You're giving away our secrets. Just kidding. But
Perfect.
the whole planning aspect is for people that don't know don't know. Both Margie and I all of a sudden are invited to stuff, family events, church function. I know my parents' church every Sunday. Not really a potluck, but there's cookies, coffee, sandwiches. To be honest, junky food, charcuterie boards, right? And Margie was talking about how she pretty much easily navigated through that. But there are several topics.
Figured I'm antisocial.
Yeah, Linda, that's why we love you because you're in our antisocial club. Antisocial, right? There's a t-shirt in New York everybody wears. I don't know, it's so silly. But anyway, but calorie banking, Margie and I discussed, well, why do we got to eat like crazy that day if we know we're going to an event?
Right.
What else? The finding out if we can, what's going to be at the event. That's an amazing trick. Can you get your hands on a menu? I was talking to my client Janine at going to a restaurant. Can you get your hands on a menu? Margie's been in this situation a few times, right? The menu, remember that? The chicken, what was it? Chicken steak. What was it called? What'd you have with your brother? You want to bet? What did you have that day?
Oh, chicken fried steak.
That's
Yeah.
right. That was
Yeah.
obviously a cheat. We had fun. That was, so just for the people that know what we're talking about, Margie and I aren't always going out. I'll have the asparagus. I'll have the sushi. Oh, no. If we want to have something, but we try to track it, then we look in the mirror the next day. We get on the scale. What people fail is they go, I don't care anyway, it's summer. Or I don't care, it's Christmas. I don't care. You keep saying, I don't care. Look at your body. Look in the mirror. You're not going to be happy. But planning, oh my God, Margie, I'm not a natural planner. I'm not. I'm not. That's not I have my cousin Rose is ridiculous. I know people that natural, like everything is written down and organized. Whoa. It's not that they're going to be successful all the time, but when you plan, I bet you 80 to 90% right on the nose, but I've learned to become a planner. And I'm not a big social person, but if I'm at an event or working somewhere, invited for coffee and cake, I remember personally training people. People bring you food in the gym, or can we talk afterwards in Starbucks? And you want to be social, but you also kind of want to set a good example too.
Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Yes,
That's right.
exactly.
Uh,
That's right.
uh, so I was just telling Linda, my teacher, Mr. Eucler, in 10th grade geometry said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's the American version of that. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But go on, Margie. Just anything I said about the planning in advance and what to do after.
Yes, exactly. Well, so where was I going to go with that? Give me a second here. Oh yeah, so it, I remember back a few channels ago for Chris, but we won't talk about that much. He would talk about the fabulous people in the art crowd, and you look fabulous
Oh,
and all that, and how they would eat. Because they always looked very slim and very elegant and everything like that. They didn't have a ton of the um, appetizers or whatever was there. They'd eat very light, or else they didn't eat um, hardly anything. And then they would come and they would eat there, depending on what the thing is. And and so you think about it, you go, well, if this is something where it's just their appetizers, you're not sitting down to eat. You don't even have to eat at all, or you can eat so lightly it doesn't matter. If you're going to sit down to eat, yeah, you're going to look conspicuous. If you have, I will have some air, thank you very much. I'm an airtarian, a breatharian, right? But you do the best you can, and like I said, sometimes it's worth it. It's worth a cheat and enjoy it, But and in a reasonable amount, and always eat only to satiety. That's the important thing. After a while, you're going to be like, I ate too much and I hate this. And it was just a little too much. You're just like, I hate this. I hate this really badly. I'm not doing this again. It feels better. You feel lighter. Your digestive system handles things so much better. You're not as achy. And part of it is, again, would a thin person do this? I keep asking myself that. Would a thin person do this? And now that I'm actually what I consider, on the slim, thin, good BMI stage. I am that. I've been thinking I need to think like that, and now I am. And I am thinking like, yeah, that's not what a thin person would do. Now I know there are a few people can eat whatever, but most people can, and most even thin people, they have things they don't even realize that they do that they're not having, you know, breakfast and lunch and having a huge feast of a dinner. That's not the way it goes. You plan ahead. Sometimes you plan ahead for a day or even two. Like on Thanksgiving, I plan ahead and calorie bank for a couple days, and then I'm just careful afterwards. I don't have Thanksgiving all weekend long, too, kind of thing. And it's that calorie banking. It's I'm not trying to fast, the day afterwards to make up for it. That's a real bad idea to go from feast to fast or from fast to feast. Um, Not good at all. If you're going to have a fast, you got to kind of bring your calories up for a day or two if you want to keep that off. I've
right.
learned that a long time ago. But yeah, just go back to what you're doing, but maybe keep it on a little bit lighter side, a little less, some of the keep it more clean, and that'll get it off and nothing flat. It's eating clean. You know, I can weigh a whole pound at least less the next day. Um, so yeah, that's just sort of the learning how to. So you're going to do this. Well, what does that menu look like? Well, what would be some better choices? It's like it may not be like what you always eat kind of thing, but the better choice is like, okay, how about a pasta marinara? That's as opposed to a pasta carbonara. Yeah, big difference. Are we eating the whole plate of pasta? Well, no, I'm a person who eats about 2 ounces of pasta. Ounce and a half, 2 ounces of pasta now at a meal. And I have other things with it, obviously. I don't just eat that. Um, and I've learned, keep, there's certain things for me, you know, like starches that I've learned, keep it in an athletic plate kind of realm. And I do much better. There's just certain things I've learned about, yeah, I have, I can always have a coffee and start off with that. I can have a little fruit. I've learned, get some exercise because you know what walking usually does for 99% of people? Dulls the appetite. Great thing to do on a day when you're waiting to, you have a big event in the evening or something like that, or whatever it is in the middle of the afternoon, whatever. Get yourself a good walk, find something else to do. You won't be as hungry. Have a little fruit that usually dulls the appetite a little bit too, with some coffee or whatever. And all kinds of little tricks that you're not suffering. You're just going to, bank those calories within the day, maybe a little lighter the day before, a little lighter the day after, things like that. There you go. I'll wait and give away all your secrets.
No, that's great. You mentioned 1,000 great things during that. I mean, literally 1,000 great. If I can just tell that story again, and what I see in what I see in New York City, when I started to, my sister and I grew up, and there was a lot of art galleries around, and people going to shows at the art galleries, and you would see people. And one of the things I always tell Margie I do, and I always recommend you guys do. We're going to get to exercise too. It's not just food, but you ask people who are in shape, how do you go to a lot of these events? I would say thing, how do you do it? Giving out crazy hors d'oeuvres and buffets, and if they go to a lot of weddings and award shows, and what Margie said was true. People, they don't eat, sometimes they eat just before they go to the event. Could you imagine free food, free everything, but they're on a plan. So there they can just have a little bit and be social. That's a big one. That is such a big one, because if you look at people who are heavier, they go to those events and they freeload, don't they? They eat as much as they can, 2, 3 plates at the buffet. So I recommend everybody give somebody a compliment and go, can I ask you a question? How do you keep the weight off if you see somebody, or how do you order? They love to talk about themselves. And they'll go, you know what I do, blah, 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 blah. If you compliment them and then you ask, like in Jamaica, the story I always tell, and even in Miami. So people who have money loaded go on vacation, and they're the first people to be in the gym. Wait, what? They're the first people to be running on the beach. You would think they're laying out, hey, oh yeah, let me get another drink, let me get another mark. Guys, they're living the life of a person who is lean. Living lean, which is what Margie is going into now. She's already doing it. As she said, we've been doing it a little bit all along. We've been sometimes in maintenance periods, excuse me. I don't want to call it stalls, but sometimes, in maintenance periods. But she said so much there about it really is planning and choices you do every day. But I still do see that. Margie, also with exercise. Like I said, I went to the most expensive hotel in Miami. It's an Asian hotel. Oh, darn it. It's right next to the W. I'll think of the name. I never stood there. They start at about 1,000 a night, and it's next to the W Hotel. And I asked security, hey, can I take a look? Can I see your gym? Can I? He goes, I will escort you, sure. I go in the gym, and there's these older people at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. And I'm going to myself, wow, they're living their lives on vacation. It's so much to talk about. Who do you want to be? What do you want to look like? Yeah, just because Margie's lost the weight, it's not like, let's go back to McDonald's. I'll see you for the Happy Meal. Let's
Oh
go
no.
back. And it's so funny because she'll even tell you. This live is also about Margie, very much about Margie. She will tell you she lost the taste for a lot of those foods. Am I right, Margie?
Yes, that is very true. I do not like donuts anymore. Um, there are many things that are just, you know, um, a lot of the fried things just are like any of the packaged stuff. I don't like Cheetos anymore. Um, I'm still a little bit like potato chips. I still like tortilla chips. Admittedly, I do. Um, but yes, a lot of the packaged cookies. No, thank you. I'm good to go. By the way, we are from the US. We're both from the USA. Chris is from New York City. I'm from the Denver, Colorado area. And yes, intentionality, absolutely, Sean John. Um, People know that go on cruises always come back. Have, mhm. But they don't have to. See, if you
Right.
never do the buffet and you do the dining room, they have much better food there. When I the only one cruise I ever was on was that was to Alaska was a good way to see it without spending $1 billion. You can get fish every night, nice quality fish every night. You can make good choices even there. But
Linda's so funny. Linda goes, McDonald's socks. I like my McDonald's socks. I got the one with the
hi
hamburglar.
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. I haven't seen Sarah in so long. How's it going? Wait, Sarah's in South Carolina, I think. I think she's in Latchkey country. I could be wrong. But yeah, Margie making so many great points. I mean, if we all go on a cruise, we always joke. We'll get, Margie and my followers go to a fabulous cruise. It doesn't mean we come back 7 to 10 pounds heavier. What I like to say, if you come back a pound or two, big deal. So what? Some salt, some water weight, but you'll be swimming, sunning, hopefully hitting the gym, walking around, all that stuff. It's not about God, I'm going to hit the buffet. I'm going to, those carnivore cruises, a lot we could talk about, Margie.
Yeah, and they have the decks that are walking decks.
That's
You
right.
can get your walk in. There's no reason. I mean, and they have gyms too, but they're kind of like a hotel gym. They're not the greatest, but they have those big, beautiful. I mean, and usually you're in a gorgeous area. You're on the water, some kind of water or another, right? And you can get your walks in. You can all kinds of there's lots of stairs. There's lots of you can get your sun unless it's cloudy, obviously, or whatever. Yeah, sun is I have quite the tan, and I'm mainly fair skinned. But the sun has it it lifts the mood. It it just helps so much. Those walks in the early morning sun, the late day, whatever. I do not like midday sun. Thank you very much, unless it's cooler. This time of year,
Yeah, it's tough.
I
It's
will get up
tough.
early.
Yeah, it's
I'm
hard.
not even a morning person, and I get up early, not just to shut the windows so it doesn't get hot, because I live out in the country and I live where at a higher altitude where it's usually most of the time cool at night, except for a few nights this past week.
Lucky
But
you. Very lucky you.
yeah, it's usually in the
Yeah.
60s this time of year. Um, Once in a while I get into the 70s and it feels really hot to me, but I guess it's not to some people. But anyway, yeah. So the sun lifts the mood, makes you feel better. It's great. I feel so much better with it. Hi, Nikki. How are you doing?
Oh, no. Oh, we're allowing Nikki in the chat? What's up? Hola. Hey,
I'm taking
Spain. Way to
pictures.
go. Way to go, Spain, with the World Cup. Nice going, Nikki.
I've
Congratulations.
been in Ireland.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just looking at Linda. She says, "Love the sun. It hides here a lot."
Well,
Yeah, not around the
Linda,
far out here.
Linda's been getting a little darker. Linda's been getting, I urged Linda, I said, get some early morning, up till 10, get some late night and make you feel better. And does help for weight loss. I joke with Margie, without doing anything, I can lose 3 to 5 pounds every summer. Problem is, in the past, I would gain 5 to 10 back in the holidays. So,
Yeah, that's the other thing is, you know, this year I'm not trying to, you know, do something for a YouTube video and try to. I wanted to get. I was, I was in on a roll losing weight. After I came back from New York in December, and so I didn't really, have to. I was in a different place. So this year I'm actually going to experience the holidays, and I already know in my mind, thinking as a thin person, it's not from Um, yeah, right. Thanksgiving through New Year's Day. It is Thanksgiving. It's a couple of parties. It's New Year's Eve. I mean, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and I usually don't do anything for New Year's anyway. So that's like five whatever for me. And yeah, I know how to deal with it.
Great point.
If I can
Great
enjoy
point.
it, and to have a few fun things and have some healthy things to go with it, or I figure it out. I track it so I know where I'm at. I know that some days are going to be a little lower, and I I will probably not be having a total feast on December 26th. I that's that kind of. But I'm not going to be like, oh no, can't have that cookie. It's not going to be blah 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 blah. I don't want to be food police for anybody. I don't want to be the killjoy. If I want a cookie, I'll eat a cookie. If I want a piece of fudge, I'll have a piece of fudge. If I want to make the caramels, my homemade caramels, I'll make my homemade caramels. And hey, you guys, take them. Thanks. Have a good day. But I look forward to making some of the things like my from my heritage. I'm Norwegian, partly Norwegian, and quite a bit Norwegian. And I learned to make lefse, potato lefse, which is a potato flatbread, and it's not all that fattening, but it's so good I could eat lots of them. But I make them and bring them somewhere. It's like, yeah, I'm going to make my potato lefse this year. I will make a couple of things, and that's it, because I know I have to be careful, and they're going to be taken to an event. So
You
anyway,
make
that's
it
just a little
so
bit of
many great
planning.
points. Oh my God, so many great
Oh,
points.
hey, Picolinas.
Piccolina. Now, is it the
Yes,
cat?
fan.
Is it the cat that's texting us? I want to know. What's up, Piccolina the cat? Oh,
Boring World Cup. Yes, it was a
Canada.
boring World Cup.
What's that? Oh, the
Oh, it was
World
a
Cup.
boring World Cup.
It was a
Yeah.
horrible final. The final was terrible. Yeah, she's right.
Next big holiday is Labor Day.
Labor Day. See, that's the thing. Margie and I are safe for a lot of these things. I don't care about Labor Day. Big deal. People make everything into like a weekend barbecue, right, Margie? Halloween, we could have a little bit of fun. Yes, yeah. Halloween, we could have a little bit of fun. It's Halloween. But truthfully, it's Thanksgiving, right, Margie?
Yes,
It's
yes.
really Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Halloween, I kind of like, the I'm into being a chocolate snob these days and having the best chocolate or whatever. I don't really do the Kit Kats and the I used to like Twix. They don't appeal so much to me anymore. Yeah, the taste change. That's the thing. You eat the whole foods most of the time, the whole minimally processed foods for the most part. I mean, yeah, of course, there's honey, there's some sugar, there's some few Swedish fish or a Mexican Coke or something, but you get a taste for that, and you're like, I think I just want my fruit, you know? And part of it is, how do I eat now? How do I increase those calories? Because, yeah, now what do I do? How do I get enough calories? How do I, without and eat clean and try to get, but I'm figuring it out. It's coming out, but
Well, again, so many things you're saying are awesome. Being a food snob is a good thing, right, Margie? Hello,
yes,
Marge.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. We'll answer all the comments later. Being a food snob is a good thing because, guys, if we're all being cheap and just grabbing fast food and sweets, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Like Margie said, have some. Be a little bit of a snob. I used to knock out M&Ms, Reese's Pieces, Kit Kat bars, Reese's peanut butter cups. Margie knows me very well. I don't eat that. I don't eat that anymore. I don't eat that way, you know. Wait, I got to answer one comedian over here. DG, you're going on a 7-day cruise. Where are you going? Oh my God. DG's going on got a cruise. And
Yeah, go crazy screaming.
nervous about all that food. Alaska,
Thank you so much for
wow.
the comments, by the way.
What's that?
Oh, no.
Was that?
Nothing. I we appreciate Sarah and all everything she said.
Oh,
Um,
Sarah's. Oh, everybody here. So many fun comments. But just to say, yeah, I guess we can address all of those a little bit later. But just really quickly about cruises,
Some
DG.
cruise I've been to Alaska. Yeah,
Yeah, just about like
don't
just
like a good
D.
fish.
What DG just said is exactly what Margie and I were talking about. DG, I don't know you. If you're at the weight you want, have a great time. Just don't go crazy. But if you're still in losing mode, you got to be a little careful on a cruise. Just eat whole foods, work out, and if 7 days, you get one cheat day. Sorry. Right, Margie? Margie, if you were on a 7 day cruise, what would you do?
Well, what I would do is I'd find out because they'll tell you what they have, for the menu for the day. At least the one that I was, and I was went on a cruise 27 years ago to Alaska. Okay, so I went Princess Cruise. I don't know how much different it is these days, but if you can, like I said, try to go with the dining room because you're going to get better food there. Um, I would, ask for anything I could prepared a certain way, if I can. I would, I would choose as close to the kinds of foods that I know that I usually eat. In the morning, eggs. See if you can get it poached or scrambled or something like that. You know, um, see what fruit they have. Usually they have fruit. Have your coffee. Whatever your thing is. If you're good with toast, have it without the stuff on it. Have some jam with it. There are lots of things. You can again. If you like fish in Alaska, they're going to have fish. They'll probably have
Right,
fish for you. Your
right.
salmon, your crab, all of that kind of thing. If you're into that kind of thing, go for it because that's going to be some of your best bets. But they'll have chicken, grilled chicken. They'll have different things. See if you can have your potato without whatever on it,
There
or
you go.
you know,
Yeah,
pick. Do the best you can. It's not going to be perfect. It will not be perfect. I'm not saying you're going to lose weight necessarily, but get your walks in, get find the best choices you can. And when it's like, oh, this looks really yummy and it's like not exactly what you normally eat, have fun with it.
yeah.
I would just say,
That's
but
great.
just keep it down to you know to satiety.
I
Don't
mean,
overdo it.
you remember that guy we follow? There was a keto guy on YouTube and put on 15 pounds or crazy weight. Remember? 17 pounds after his cruise. And I think DG is a vegetarian. I like that. Vegetarian, sure. You're not vegan, you're vegetarian. Good, 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 good. A lot of sugar, mate. Sugar, sugar. That's what helped me and Margie get down. Sugar, dates, fruit. Today I had grapes so far and coffee. It's 11:40. Like so easy. Life is so easy when it's sweet. Oh, 40th anniversary cruise and my 65th birthday. Wow. Happy birthday, DG.
Yes, happy birthday. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, but enjoy. I mean, it's not like, oh, don't enjoy it, whatever. There's lots of things, lots of ways to enjoy however. Yeah, okay, I can see you're not gonna have the seafood, but there's fruit there. There's vegetarian, so maybe you eat eggs, or do you not? Maybe it's just there are things that are available. Um, they have obviously vegetarian choices. Um, do the best you can,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
and,
if
and
I
enjoy a day or two. Go
if
ahead,
I
enjoy a meal or two. It's not the end of the
if
world.
it's also
Just keep it down.
planning what you do before you go on the cruise. Huge. You're not going to be surprised. Margie's not going to go, hey, tomorrow I'm going on a cruise. No, no, no. She's going to plan the cruise. So, what do we do the weeks before? You better kick butt before you go on that cruise. This gives you a little bit more leeway. This gives you a little bit. Imagine you can drop 3 pounds, 3 pounds before the cruise. You're going to be
Well,
amazed what happens. Yeah,
see, now that's what that 8 days of 5 events a few weeks
yeah,
back. Um,
yeah.
I went I dropped some pounds before that, and I was careful, and I think I was up 1 pound at the heaviest, and then went back down whatever past that point, and I lost like 3.4 pounds or something like that. I did something kind of a little crazy. I don't normally do, and it's not something you're supposed to do all the time. Not a 30-day ice cream fast. Thank you very much. That's not what I mean. But I
No,
did 3 days.
you meant sardines. Yeah, that's what you love. We're going to get into this in a second. We're going.
No, but yeah, kind of, see if you line up a little bit, see if you can calorie bank a little bit or whatever. But enjoy it, and that's the thing is there's lots of healthy things to enjoy as well.
All right, I
That's
gotta
all I'm
get
saying.
on. I gotta get on DG's case. I gotta coach DG now. I allow a 5 pound swing. Wait a minute. I allow 5 pound swing on my weight, so I pre-lose hopefully. Okay, DG, 2 pounds. I give you 2 to 3. I don't like 5. That's a lot. 5 is, I would tell Margie, no way, Jose. Margie would not like to come back from that cruise 5 pounds up. Would you, Margie?
No, no, no.
You got to be tough. You got to be tough. DG, sardine fast. Just joking. But seriously,
Ice cream fast. No.
Margie has become a repeater. Repeat love the favorable macros of the quick burning sugars, saturated fats, and high protein that can be in real ice cream and calcium. So I say ice cream fast over sardines. If you can tolerate dairy, any day of the week. But DG, what I mean is, oh, for holidays, not of course, DG, of course. I know I'm just joking around with you, but Margie knows this. I don't drink, barely drink. I don't smoke, never have, no drugs. No, I don't do anything. Food is my thing. So if I can keep it to 2, 3 pounds, let me quickly tell you about last year. Margie will like this story. Pound swing on the way. So, oh, she means for the holidays. Okay, I got you. Anyway, so Margie is studying the comment section right now. So
Good.
we're gonna talk to all the people in a little bit. It's about an hour live today. But Margie, I told this story to Margie many times. Last year I went to Miami Beach, just a few months back. It was a year ago, middle of May, and we were having Cuban sandwiches, waffle fries, sweet potato fries, beautiful dinners. This was a 6 day, 7 day trip. I don't want people to think 2 days in Miami. I was obviously a little bit nervous. You know what I did, guys? Something has to go. So one or two of the meals were diminished because we knew we would love to have the family dinners together. So in the morning, guys, cup of coffee downstairs at the Starbucks at the hotel. I stay at Lowe's Hotel. Starbucks coffee. I'm walking for 30 minutes on the beach immediately. Something's got to give. You gotta. So, with all the sunshine, swimming 2, 3 times in the gym, I got back, I think it was a pound, maybe 2. I couldn't believe it that I gained a pound or 2 after a vacation like that. So there are ways, guys. Don't make it a free for all. I know the people in our comment section are pretty smart. I know Nikki, she goes, oh, don't worry about the cruise, just worry after. That's Nikki's philosophy.
Yeah.
But
Can I
Nikki,
say
you,
something?
yeah, good.
Hold on just a second. I just wanted to say, you know, think about it this way. Some of that weight that you gain and you come back, that's going to be from having more, more starches, more carbohydrates than you're used to
So
having if
and
you're not used to
salt.
it,
Yeah.
and salt. But mainly salt and just things that you're not used to having. More poopies maybe than you're used to having. There are different things, and some of it's just a temporary thing. If you panic and say, "I've blown it. I don't want to do this anymore," you miss the bigger point, which is it's pretty easy to get it back off. Now, it's best not to get it on too much on it to start with. It's okay to gain a pound or two or three, whatever. But try to keep it down. But even if you do, just go back to what you were doing. Don't try to go on some sort of a big old fasty kind of thing or whatever. Go back to the clean foods and be a little careful. And it's gonna come off because if you gained it really fast, you're gonna lose it pretty well. It just take a little bit longer if you've gained a little bit more, obviously, but it's not the end of the world. It
Right.
can be fixed. Just figure it out. And I
I
promise you don't
would.
have to go, my diet's blown, I'm done, I can't do this
Right.
anymore.
Right. Right.
If you get it right away and get it back off, you're gonna be okay. Anyway, so go
It's
ahead. What's your thought?
great. It's not something that I suggest if you're starting a weight loss journey, but if your husband, wife, family, you have planned it, there's nothing you can do. I always say, let's have some fun. Let's make it into a game. One day, have a little bit of your favorite dessert. The other day, I'm saving it all for dinner. Another day, a little bit of intermittent fasting won't kill you till lunch, right? Use the energy of people, of walking, of the deck, or even forget about a cruise. How about just a vacation? Margie will tell you she was eating pretty good in New York, right, Margie? You were enjoying yourself in New York.
I, I was doing a one main meal a day. I was sometimes I would just have coffee or a latte or something. So I did have a smoothie one time, but yeah, I kept it super super light and just only ate for dinner.
And that was winter. Like it wasn't like, hey, it's sunny. We're walking around the boardwalk, Coney Island with
I'm
Margie.
freezing because I didn't have enough layers. Yes,
That's Margie. I fooled her. I did not think it was going to be as cold as it was. It never is. So this was the worst winter in New York City history. Listen to Nikki with her wise guy comments. They say you put on a pound a day on a cruise. 1 week and that's 7 pounds. Well, again, that's if you're eating like a dork. Come on, Nikki. But I
everybody
want
likes my,
to.
my pretty lake view here. Even though it's much less of a lake, it has sandy beaches now, which aren't really supposed to be sandy beaches.
Oh God, I want to quickly talk to Margie and ask her some questions because I think the people in the audience, our massive audience, want to know. Now that Margie and I talk about this obviously all the time, but for you guys, now that you're heading really into recomposition, maintenance, a little bit of losing, a little bit of muscle, whatever. How do you feel now? Like, what's the mental shift been like for you? I know you said before, oh my God, I don't want to gain this back. And of course, this, no way, Jose. But tell me a little bit about how it's different now than 3 pounds a week, 4 pounds a week. Let's go. Right?
Yes. Well, first of all, I know that I have somebody who's going to keep checking up on me.
Oh, that guy.
No, 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 no. My big thing is that I've stopped being so afraid of gaining the weight back, and I know that I'm in control of that. I don't have to say I don't understand why. Like sometimes, yeah, things are going to go up when you walked more, you didn't eat as much, and you're like, what? But in the long run, it's going to be okay. But the thing is that I've learned in this last 20 pounds or so, especially the last 15 or so, that things are different than they used to be when I was very, very heavy. I get away with not eating till 2, 3 o'clock if I wanted, if I wasn't hungry or whatever. Although I didn't do that
Right.
every day because it's not great on the metabolism, by the way. But I could get away with having a whole bunch less. Nowadays I get dizzy. I don't feel well. I have to kind of match it a lot better. I don't have near as much fat to feed off of. And I've learned, yeah, sometimes I have to have a sense of humor because it's not always going to be linear. Sometimes it's like, what do you mean I gained weight and I did 3.5 hours between all this stuff. I don't do that every day, by the way. I do not do that every day. Sometimes it's just an hour or an hour and a half. Okay. I do try to get exercise. Sometimes I will kick up the feet for a day because sometimes it's better for me. But I know that I'm in control of that. I don't always know why some things are going to go up. I don't always, but I know that it's temporary, and I look at it as a stay. Because I weigh every day, I'm looking for, what's my weekly low? What's my trend? I mean, if I have a big swing up, I'm going to be like, yeah, I need to take care of that right away. But if it's just a little, a pound up, down, whatever, I don't understand why. I'm not going to worry about little bits if I know that I was, careful. Um, but I'm learning to live the life. I enjoy what I eat. Um, sure, I can go have social events and not have to say no as quite as often. And I didn't need to say no all the time, but sometimes I would say no because it was just it's too many things at once. But I know that I'm in control of it. I can get the weight back off. I can make better choices. Um, I know I need to stay active. I know what to do. So I'm not as worried as I used to be. Now, yes, obviously, most people will start to gain the weight back, especially someone as heavy as I used to be. You know, I could look at statistics and start to get depressed. But I'm not going to be part of that statistic that's the higher whatever because again, I've learned from this guy what to do. I'm in control of it. I can make it work out. It's not a steady I'm going to eat this many calories. It's going to be great. It's like sometimes I'm going to have to be in a little bit of a deficit. And sometimes I'm going to be, I'm going to be fine. Sometimes I'm going to be a little bit of surplus. I, you know, it's keeping an eye on the scale and going, yeah, okay, got to be a little lighter. Okay, I can, got it figured out for the moment. Got to keep exercising. Some days, you don't feel as well. You got to listen to your body and don't overstress it because that can make you gain weight too if you overstress yourself. That's part of what I learned too is don't overdo it because sometimes I have a tendency to overdo things. And this guy, yeah, has has talked to me a lot about let's be reasonable. This is not going to be helpful if you overdo things. Here we
Gotta
go.
feel
Did you
good.
want it?
I have to answer the legend, Nikki. Margie, you got this. You'll be fine. Saying that, I find maintenance the hardest. I fluctuate, but hey, listen, okay, let's talk about that. The problem with most people, Nikki, you should get my coaching. The problem with most people, maintenance, remember the rubber band effect we talked about? It's so easy, not easy, but you have a goal, there's tension. Suddenly, maintenance, wah, 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 right? Maintenance shouldn't be looked like static. Maintenance still has goals. Maintenance has exercise. Maintenance has days you're in a deficit. Like Margie knows this because we talk about this a lot. Margie will never gain a pound again. It's what you do every day that makes the difference. So she's not going to stop walking and going to the gym and eating right. If you want to go, 90% of the people gain weight back. Why? They go back to what they used to do. Well, that's not maintenance, right, Margie?
Right, right. The long-term goal. That's right. That's not maintenance. That's see that's the I think that's something I learned and I have to say this time because obviously I've lost a lot of weight before and gained it back is I wanted to fundamentally change the way I eat and the way I exercise and the way I thought. And it was a process. It wasn't a, oh, just snap and it's done, or like I'm born again kind of thing. Like it's not quite that. If you're a Christian, you understand what I'm saying. It's not that instant, whatever. It's a when you accept. It's a process. But although sometimes that's the way it is with becoming Christian, if that's your thing, that I'm not trying to push my religion on anybody. It was just saying if there are quite a few Christians here, so you kind of get what I'm saying. Sometimes it's a process though, but it's it was a process to get to the point of, yeah, I'm learning to eat this way. I'm starting to and prefer these things. I'm starting to enjoy the walks now. They're habit, and I'm starting to feel better. And the lighter I get, the better I feel. The less aches I have when I do them. My feet don't hurt as much. I don't. My feet don't hurt anymore. They used to hurt to some degree. I have to be careful. I have to do some things for that. Take care of myself and make sure I do the stretches and the pressure points and things like that. Um, where was I going with this?
You were going to Mexico.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Very good, very good. But oh yeah, the change of attitude of the way I think about it. But it was a process, and it was started with a real strong why and I'm going to change. I'm not going to, this isn't going to be a part way. I'll do a little bit. I'll give up a little bit. I'll do what it's like. I don't have to give up. That's the whole thing. Is I don't have to give up all the time. I just have to give up my everyday culinary delights, so to speak, and eat things that are delicious, but are simpler a lot of times. It's a different way. I guess I do eat a little bit differently. I mean, the kinds of things I like to eat, ate before, but I ate with other things that kind of, yeah, I keep it a little more simple. But it's a process, and intentionality, as Sean John said, of starting to tweak things, but in a for me, because I was so heavy, and it's not necessarily true when you don't have as much to lose, but when you have a whole bunch to lose, you really do have to overhaul your eating habits, your exercise habits, and start to like it and see it as this is for the quality of my life. Because when you get to be my age, you got to think about quality of life. Am I going to be old and achy and unable to do things and unable to climb a ladder and unable to, get my yard taken care of or whatever, and sitting in the house as much and not being able to take the walks that I, with everybody else? Or am I going to, start doing things that are healthy and start to get, where I eventually get better? Now, I mean, I didn't take 9.5 hour walks until this spring. Okay. It took me a long time to work up to that. And it's not like just go, kill yourself, walking way too much and hating it. It's start somewhere and add a little more and add a little more and walk a little faster. And it's just over time, you'll get there. I didn't get to where I am with, being able to lift what I can lift, which is going to get better once I start. I'm, I'm, I'm pretty much, have better calories. I'm actually starting to see some improvements again. For a while, I wasn't. It was just maintaining it for a while, but I didn't get to where I am now. I just okay. I'm just going to start walking 3.5 hours across. I mean, I don't do that. During it's summer and I don't do it right now. It's too hot. It's not something I do all the time. It's something I'd like to be able to do, so I keep it up. But um,
You're also pretty fortunate. I mean, I joke with you, but your winter's not bad. I'm talking about for outdoors and walking. It's really not horrible, right?
right, it's not. If that's the thing is, um,
Like talking about the seasons, and you mentioned that now it's a little bit hard now. So unless we wake up early in the morning or go at night, it's no picnic right now. Summer.
yeah, you have to have some intentionality. Again,
Yeah.
there's the word, because yeah, if I don't wake up early enough, a lot of days it's miserable. The sun. I mean, I love the sun, but it's really intense in Colorado. Okay, I mean we're a mile high. It's very very intense. The UV rays are really wicked around here, okay? But if I get up early, it's beautiful. You have other people. They're smiling. It's a nice time of the day. I go later. I have to kind of check out and see what's going on. And sometimes it's like, okay, I'm going to the gym. I'm walking on the track, or I'm going to do some bike and some. I've learned to be a friend with the rowing machine. I'm elliptical. Whatever I need to do. But the only thing is that I know that the exercise machines usually will make me a little more hungry. Um,
That's right.
so the walking's the better thing. So I have a track because I have it's a rec center, so they have a track around the two basketball courts. It's really nice, but I just I do the best I can, and I try to make it enjoyable because it's not like, well, I can't, it's hot out. Well, I can wake up early. I can go to bed early. I can
Yeah.
wake up
Oh
early.
yeah. We call this excuse-itis. It's never the right season. It's never the
My
right
boss used
time. Margie, I don't have a lot of time, so I want to just talk about one or two quick more things and read the comments because I gotta go. I got some stuff to do. Um, Marge,
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I don't have a lot of time, so I kind of want to just bring up one more thing and then we can read the comments really quickly from everybody. But something Margie just said for anybody new at putting together the exercise with the diet, be very careful with exercise. It can leave you starving. If you guys think you're going to eat nothing and go 5 days a week, no, no, not gonna. I know Nikki loves this. This is for Nikki. This is a little special gift for Nikki. She loves the rubber band. So think of your body, Margie's body, my body, as the tension. So we're losing weight. We set goals. It's so exciting. We have that tension. But what happens at the end? I know Nikki loves this one. I'm maintaining. I'm maintaining. It's not exciting, is it? So Margie's not maintaining. She's getting better. We're getting better bodies. There's more energy. You got to keep that tension. As soon as we go, I'm at my goal. I'm at my goal. You're dead. Because what's going to happen is your new goal is going to be food competitions. I've seen it. I've seen it. The body loves to go back to where it came from. But again, what Margie said about exercise, once I start playing lots of tennis, maybe sometimes going to the playground, shooting baskets, I sometimes do that, lifting weights, you better believe you're going to need 500 to 1,000 more, women and men, 500 to 1,000 calories more to cover those costs. So be very careful with, I'm going to whip myself into shape. You're going to be starving and go, why is the scale? Guys, it's always balance. It is always. Nikki, I swim all summer. That's right, Nikki. You had to choose Spain. You had to go to Spain, Nikki. Way too hot. But I bet Nikki has beautiful weather September till May. I bet you she does. But anyway, really quickly, Margie, you want to go through some comments, and because you can keep talking to the people, but unfortunately, I have some stuff I got to do.
Oh, no, I
But you want to
understand.
go?
I know it's over an hour, and I didn't mean for it.
No, I
Yes.
love it. I love
Let
this.
me check
You
my
want to
Sean
go,
John, and um, you
go
know
through
what?
some comments? Yeah.
Um, if you have your issues with things, I just Sean John, you know what? Um, I'd say try to run from those foods, have them hidden in your house, or you know, um, do whatever you can to not have them around. Because those kinds of things, yeah, I love me some Oreos too, but I won't allow them in my house. I know you have children and all of that, and you have your challenges. I get it, but you know what? You can get it back off, and um, you can try to have things. ask, could you hide this from dad, please? Dad doesn't need to see these, something like that. I don't know. It's just a suggestion. Um, um, the 50 club and are staying. No, yes, that's right. We're in the 59 club. That's right. Um, so most of them are hot there, too hot to walk. That's a good point. Um, um, I can't even forbidden foods. Yes, but anyway, we all have our kryptonite. I would say, I tried some of the olive oil Boulder chips,
Oh
and
yeah. Yep.
you know what I
Yep.
found out though? After staying away for long enough, at first I was like, oh, I really want this. And after about 3 1-ounce servings, I'm like, I'm good for a week. I didn't even touch them for a week. And they're still there, by the way. And sometimes you lose as much of it. It's like, it was nice, but I can do without it. But stay away from it for a while is what I would say for your really tempting things. You'll find you can do without a whole lot less, or it might not even taste that good to you.
Yeah. Good stuff. I'm just looking through some comments also here. Linda goes, "There's a chocolate factory near me. I didn't know this, and they make amazing chocolate." Linda, you didn't tell me this. You didn't tell Coach Chris you have a chocolate factory. Okay, Willy Wonka. Okay, Willy. Wow.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for all your great advice. I mean, your great compliments. I mean, sure, it was about me, so to speak, but I hope that it was. I wanted to make about, if you find something that inspiring here, great. If it's helpful, I hope you find something helpful. It's obviously it's possible. I'm nothing special except he's kind of special. He's special.
Special
No, I don't.
special ed.
But anyway, no.
Guys,
Seriously, we have a
unfortunately,
good time.
I gotta. You can hang out
You
and
gotta
talk
go.
a little bit with
Yes.
Margie, but
Thank you, Chris,
I
so
gotta
much.
go. I gotta go.
I understand. Thank you so much. I enjoyed doing a live with you. You have a good day.
Let's talk really soon. Bye, everybody. You can still chat. Margie can hang
Yes.
out, but I gotta get out of here because it's already. What is it? Wow, afternoon. Literally afternoon. For Margie, what is it like? Only 10 a.m. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, Chris. Take care. Yes, love the muscles as usual. Oh my. Oh, okay. Good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the people that run it are like hippies. I don't know what that is. Have a great weekend, everybody. Yes, everybody have a great weekend. Bye, Linda. Thank you for coming. Nikki, Sean John, Sarah, DG. There was some other person I can't remember their name. Anybody I forgot, I apologize. Thank you very much. That's Discipline Margie. I have the willpower of a rocking horse. Oh, no. Bye, Chris. Yes. So, anybody have any other questions before I end the live? Um. Oh well, thank you. I'm glad it was fun. We Chris and I talked about how why don't we actually have a particular topic that we talk about on our lives and keep them not you know quite so long and all of that. Yeah. Well, thank you, DG, and thank you all for sharing and. Yeah, I mean, we all have our challenges, and don't be thinking that I never make mistakes. It's about what you do about them, what you learn about them, right? I mean, seriously, it's not about being perfect. Number two, okay. How far were your first walks, Margie? My first walks, I tried to go for half an hour. Sometimes they were only 20 minutes. But I tried to go around the circle one day and it took me like 50 minutes. Now it takes me like 35. And well, now I think it was all closer to an hour. And I was limping and hurting and whining. That was after several months of walking. So, yeah, the thing is try to only increase by 10% every week, so you don't kill yourself. I mean, otherwise you're going to hate it. If you hate it, you're not going to want to do it. So yeah, they weren't very far. I was not doing really well physically, and over time I've become a lot more robust. Um, I guess that's it. Anybody have any other questions before I end the live? I thank you so much, all of you, for coming to my live, and it was a special one for me. And let me see what this one is. Let's Chris has gone. When you're making, oh, you're funny. Um, yeah. So yeah, I actually plan on making some sort of something. Um, in I just want to get um, like I'm a little bit upright at the moment, but I plan on maybe in the next week or two making some of those brownies or maybe chocolate chip cookies, but a very, very tiny, tiny, tiny amount and freezing the rest of them. But I would like to make some of my pastries again. So pretty soon. And if you somehow make it to Colorado, you fly here, you can have some with me. Anybody else who makes it here, you can have some with me. I'd be glad to share them with you. I probably will bring them to an event or something too. It's probably more likely. I'll probably bring them to make them for a potluck and then kind of just leave them. Maybe that's what I'll do. But yes, I do plan on making some pastries again. Some of my sweets. I do like them a lot. But I have to obviously keep them. So okay, well, um, you guys were great. You're always a lot of fun. And thank you so much for the likes and for coming. And you will have a great day. Bye bye.